The normal, typical way to parent is, Mommy, can I go to my friend's house? No, you can't go to your friend's house because you didn't clean up your room. No, you can't go because you didn't do this. Basically, what I'm saying here is typical parenting puts you in total control of everything that your child does, and they need to come to you, ask permission, and just accept what you say. We are led to believe that children should be seen and not heard. We are led to believe that they should just obey orders. Every time you speak, they should just go, yes, ma'am, yes, yes, sir, I'll get right on it, without ever being trained, without ever being validated in what's important to them. Could it be this simple?
Absolutely. It is extremely simple. And what is simple to do is also simple not to do. The path, is it ever going to be easy? Never. Anybody tell you something is easy? I would walk the other way and just leave it at that. Let's look at the numbers here. We've got ourselves a 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go with number 1. Mom, can I go to my friend's house? Mom, can I have a cookie? Mom, can I play video games? Mom, can I stay up? You know the questions that they ask because you get asked 1,000 times a minute. I don't know what to say. As soon as I do, then all of a sudden I know that screaming and punching and kicking or something's going to be right around the corner. So you feel like, what can we do to circumvent it? But what if you were to just take a moment and to hear them and validate? Number 1 is validate. So ask one of those questions again, Bonnie.
Hey, Mom, can I drive the car?
I would love for you to be able to drive the car. Ask another question.
Hey, can I go to Mexico with my friends?
Oh my goodness. I love Mexico too.
Can I get my belly button pierced?
Wow, belly button pierced. That sounds kind of interesting.
Can I have 5 cookies before dinner?
Cookies? Everybody loves cookies. We're giving the repetition here so you can see that this is not a what do you do here kind of thing. These are universal principles that are like gravity and will work for every single thing, because you're not there as a vending machine to just dole stuff out like an ATM without any kind of restrictions. I know we've been led down that path, and I don't need to ask you how well is it working, because it's not. But all we have to do is validate. When I was working in the martial arts school, I had anywhere between 30 to 50 kids all day long. So when parents say, I got 3 to 5 kids, you don't know my pain. I'm like, well, times 10 what you got. And yes, I do. I want this. I want to do that. When I learned to validate, 9 times out of 10, they really didn't want it. They just wanted to be, type it in, starts with a H, heard. And what I found through that training and working with these kids, 9 times out of 10, they really didn't want it right then. They were looking for attention, and validation feeds the attention. Every single offspring requires attention, and without it, they will perish or die. This is a universal truth. It's not an opinion. They're looking for attention to survive.
Absolutely. Think about this as a mom, or, even as a dad. You see a pair of shoes at the mall and you want to go buy shoes, and you mention it to your spouse and he goes, nope. You didn't clean up the bathroom good enough last week, so no way are you buying shoes. Over my dead body are you going to buy shoes? It's like, how would that make you feel? Would that make you feel a little bit angry? And if you were kept inside this box of control, somebody else was controlling every move that you make all day long, nagging at you, preventing you from reaching your desires, no validation at all. It's just, I'm in control of you, and oh my gosh, I'm responsible to pay for your trip to Mexico. I'm responsible if you drive the car and wreck it. So no, you're not driving the car. Are you with me? Yes, resentful, right? We need to be heard, because usually we just become a parent and we spend our whole parenting life reacting to circumstances. We need to take time to think. I've heard parents say like, oh, I can win any argument, or, if you push me, I could take you down. I could win this. It's like, who is it that is like desiring power and control? Is it really the child, or is it the parent? So here's my question for you to think proactively. What do you actually want as a parent for your children? What do you actually want at the end of the day? Do you want to win the power struggles? Do you want to be able to take your child down in an argument? Do you want to have that power? Or do you want to raise healthy mind, body, and soul, happy, cooperative kids? Because that is your desire. That's your goal. My goal is to have happy, healthy, cooperative kids. And when your goal changes, the way that you approach parenting will change also, won't it? Because now you're not sitting there in control of everything your child does. So put the opposite of validation. Like in number one, you could put outside the circle. You could put control. You can put power. Inside the circle is what we can do to cause our children to work with you as a team, to feel empowered, right? And so outside is control, winning arguments, power. That is all outside of the circle that will bring you and your family down. Inside of the circle, we could put heard, be heard. So the plans that I heard in personal development always, there was a certain amount of steps to success. Number one was you need to have a goal. Now you're going to have a goal, but your children also have desires and goals, don't they? The power principles of success don't just apply to you. We want to hand them down to our children. Wouldn't it be amazing if your child turned 14 and said, I have a goal to have a car, and they put it in writing, and then you could help them with a plan so that they can actually make a car show up for themselves, so that you weren't always the one going, yep, you can drive. No, you can't. You know what I mean? Okay, so powerful.